Hi, thanks for watching. Today's video features the June 2023 Spellbinders Club Kits. Let's get started. Here's a photo of one of the cards that I made, and here's a photo of another card. I'm going to start with the 2D embossing folder. It's called Splish Splash. In case you didn't notice, this is an aquatic or ocean themed bundle this month, and I have some of the Spellbinders Color Essential cardstock. This is the Brights sampler pack, and the color I'm using is this beautiful blue, which just reminds me of the ocean. I'm going to go ahead and trim that down in half, and I'm going to run it through the 2D embossing folder. I have a full-size Spellbinder Platinum machine, and I can easily run this through. First, I am going to mist this paper with a little bit of water, and I did that off camera. So I've got my full-size Spellbinders Platinum machine, and this just glides right through. Once I have that, I'm going to take some white ink, and I'm going to ink over top of the paper. Let's see what this turned out to look like. And it's so super pretty pattern. Again, it's called Splish Splash, but you really could use it all year round for any kind of background. I just have some ink here, white ink, and I just thought that if I ink blended over top of the embossing folder, it would help to make those patterns more pronounced and would show better on my card. And this will be the background panel for my card number 1. I'm going to use the stylish oval dies from Spellbinders to cut an oval out of my card panel and also cut a frame. This is what it looks like. And this is the card panel, and this is the glitter frame that I created using stylish ovals. I'll just go ahead and glue this down real quick and then set it aside to dry while I stamp my stamped images for this card. Isn't that beautiful? That paper is such a pretty color. And we have here the clear stamp and die of the month. It's called What Are You Up To? This one features a whale, a jellyfish, a crab, 2 seashells, some floral images, some seagrass and coral, and all kinds of really cool sentiments. I'm going to stamp this with black ink. Then I'm going to heat emboss it with clear embossing powder. So I just took a half a sheet of cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp all of the images at one time, leaving enough space between them so that I can arrange the dies and cut them out all in one sheet. I do have my anti-static powder tool, and I did prepare my paper with the anti-static powder tool. This is a pretty big set of images, and you definitely get a beautiful stamp set if you order this one from Spellbinders. Now, when it comes to the Spellbinders Club Kits, if you're new and don't have any subscription, or if you add a subscription on to the subscriptions you already have, your ordering window is between the 6th and the 27th of each month. So today's the 7th, so I'll have linked below in my description box the link to the Spellbinders Club Kits. Definitely would encourage you to use my link if you decide that you're going to purchase this set or any of the sets that I'm featuring today. And if you already have a subscription to this club, you'll be receiving yours in the mail soon. And hopefully this will give you some inspiration for when you do get your kit. And I am going to use my smaller platinum and run the embossed images through the dies that come with you can get the clear stamp of the month or clear stamp and die of the month. The choice is yours. You can also get what I showed you was the 2D embossing folder. There's also a 3D embossing folder. And there's a glimmer of the month kit. There's a small die of the month, a large die of the month, and there is a card kit, which is the quick and easy card kit. I'll have a video on that probably next week. We have been super busy here at our house with our son graduating on May 31st and having to attend all kinds of graduation parties. We had our garage sale 2 Saturdays in a row. Lots of things going on with our church the past 2 Sundays. It has been nonstop, folks. And of course, I do have a 40-hour week job. So it's been challenging for me this month. But I am getting my projects completed, and I will be featuring that quick and easy card kit in my next video. What I'm doing right now is I'm using the Zig Clear Color Real Brush Markers to color in this like seagrass coral feature. And I'm using a variety of nice bright colors and a colorless blender to blend these colors. And again, this image is heat embossed, so it's nice because it just helps me to, color in the lines and gives me a nice clean image. You can pick any colors you would like to color this feature in, but I like the bright colors, and I like in the end how this card does look nice and vibrant. So I definitely got the look I was hoping for. I'll go ahead and speed this up for the sake of time. Okay, this is what this little seagrass coral feature looks like after I'm done coloring it. And then there's a lot of white in the background, and I just don't think that looks natural. So I'm going to take my lightest blue color marker that I have, and I'm just going to go ahead and just color that whole thing in with the light blue. Because you really wouldn't see seagrass coral reef with a white background underwater. I just was trying to just think about the natural seascape. And, that's why I decided to do this. I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm really pleased with this. Next, I'm going to color in the whale. You can make the whale gray if you want. I just decided to make this a blue whale, at least at the top. And this is a lot of fun to color in. It's just so much fun to see all the wonderful cards that are being created with this stamp and die. And of course the beautiful embossing folders. So many talented creators out there, and You know, the sea life themed cards are just so lovely, and especially this time of year, people are thinking about heading to the beach. It's perfect that you can get your beachy cards created. I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out using that colorless blender. And then I'm using a gray color for the belly of the whale. And just trying to blend it so that line is not so pronounced. And because I did die cut several stamped embossed images, I am able to create more than one card. And I will show you both of my cards. At the end of my video, I will have some still photos featuring close-ups of my cards that I create. Now comes the fun part, putting it all together. And I have my whale, I have the jellyfish. My sentiment says, "Whale, hello there." And of course, my coral reef. And I like the way things are coming together here, but I think it just needs a little bit of something that brings in some other colors besides the blues and the greens and the purples. So I am going to go ahead and color the crab, the two seashells, and the floral feature, and then glue them on as well. It's the great thing about having everything stamped, embossed, and die cut ahead of time. I can add to my card now. It's just a few more minutes, and I can add this to give it a little pop of color. So I use some pink, orange, fuchsia, green. Those are the colors that I selected for this floral feature. These tropical flowers. Again, using my blue to color the background. And doesn't take long to color this because it's a pretty small little flower. Okay, now I can color my crab. I'm just going to use orange and red. Pretty straightforward. And I think I might use, yeah, orange and red. And then I blend that with my colorless blender, blending those two colors. And coloring the background with blue. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and color blue around the outline here of the two seashells. One is a clam shell, the other is sort of like a spiral shell, or I colored those in pink. But I like the way this looks with the embossing folder in the background. It's just perfect. And I think highlighting it with some white ink definitely helped so that it doesn't completely look faded. Okay, now I'm just going to adhere everything and put it all together. I am going to use some foam dots from Spellbinders. And my second card, I don't have it on camera, but I created it using the Spellbinders Glimmer of the Month, which is called Sending Waves, and the Spellbinders 3D embossing folder, which is called Scattered Shells. And that was embossed using a pink Spellbinders paper. And I used 2 whales, and I colored them. I actually ink blended them with blending tools, foam dome blending tools. Instead of coloring my whales, I just did some ink blending, and it actually turned out really nice. I'm just popping up some of these elements, and you can see the finished project. I put some clear gems, and I actually put some white dots on the underside of the whale's belly. I guess to make it look like barnacles, but that's the card that I created here during my video. Here's another look at this card, and paying attention to that 2D embossing folder. It's really awesome, you guys. That white ink really made it pop. And you could use it for so many different things, not just for ocean themed cards, in my opinion. And then for my next card, you'll see I have the whales again. And as I explained, I used ink blending for the whales. And I ink blended the ocean waves, which are Glimmer Hot Foil of the month. And the sentiment is an add-on. And then that magnificent embossing folder, which has all those cool seashells. Definitely loving that embossing folder. So that is it for the 2 cards that I created. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please give this a thumbs up if you like the cards that I created. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and please leave a comment. What do you think about these 2 cards and these ocean themed club kit for the clubs for Spellbinders for the month of June? Thanks so much for watching. If you do leave a comment about your thoughts on these kits, you will be entered to win a prize from me. I am going to be giving away the 2D Splish Splash embossing folder, as well as the clear stamp and die of the month, What Are You Up To? My contest is open to U.S. residents only, age 18 and over, and I will select a winner by the June 30th. Thanks so much for watching. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.